clear! Well guys, not only did we finally get this 200th episode done, but we managed to finally successfully debut our brand new studio.
Can't believe it took you this long to come up with an idea to get us out of that cramped bedroom.
Well, with everything we've had to deal with in the last couple of years, it just took me a while to come up with an idea like this.
Hell, all I can say is you finally came up with a good use for that genie of yours.
Yeah, because having her breathe life into you four plush furballs wasn't big enough.
Autopilot sequence engaged.
What in the name of Gordon Shumway is going on back here?
We're just sparring. We gotta keep our skills up, you know.
You call it sparring, I say it looks like you're auditioning for the WWE's new Animals division. Hey, now that's an idea! A WWE Animals division would really piss off the smarts! Let me know if you make any money off of that. You can finally start paying back everything you spent at WrestleMania.
Maybe we're just all a little restless. We've been on the road for hours, Chief.
Yeah, you're right. We probably all could use a break right now. Autopilot, direct us to the nearest truck stop, but make sure they don't have a problem with animals. Well, as long as we're taking a break, I guess I might as well see what the next review is about. Okay, so what's on the docket next? The 6th season of Glee. Autopilot, make sure that truck stop sells crazy pills!
Rowdy Productions roll call. Associate producer Perkins Persnickety.
Here.
Assistant camera operator Garfield Batcat.
Present and accounted for.
Key grip Sam Pattendahan.
Able and willing.
On air talent second class Robert Wrestling Mark Hayden.
Yo!
Producer Cecil Felicitas. S. And now I give you the founder of Rowdy C Productions and the star of TV Trash, Rowdy C.
The show is canceled.
Canceled?
Manic Expression got bought up in a hostile takeover by Baker Studios. They want all of the review shows off of the website and are replacing them with live streams on how to make your own bootleg athletic jerseys. I know, this absolutely sucks, guys, but given the fact that we no longer have any other venues to air the show on, I don't see what other option we have. One moment, please.
Great, it's gonna be back to the toy bin for us.
You did not just steal a line from Unhappily Ever After.
Good news, everyone! The people behind Baker Studios all mysteriously vanished!
What?
Yep, just disappeared without a trace. The takeover's fallen through, and that means we are back in business! Which means we can get back to reviewing right now! So, they all just vanished, huh? Yep, craziest thing!
Where'd Jeannie send them to? The Ukraine?
Best you not be privy to that information. But I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? It's like I'm talking to a brick wall. You don't want to hear anything I have to say, and heaven forbid, I disagree with the masses. At least, the masses as far as the wrestling community goes, which is the relative minority as far as the rest of the world is. For years, I had to take it on the chin from you people, from the IWC, the Smarks. You made it clear that I I was a horrible wrestling fan. People like me. We were bad wrestling fans. We were bad people because we enjoyed the entertainment aspect of professional wrestling. That we like watching a soap opera for guys. No. In order to be a wrestling fan, you have to appreciate it for the athleticism, for the technical art of putting on a fake fight just for the sake of a fake fight. And the one question I always have for all of you is, why do you want to watch it? Why are you so obsessed with wanting to watch fake sports just for the sake of fake sports, making them look as realistic as possible when you could just watch a real sport? So I try to get my views across. You guys whined and complained and bitched and moaned about people like John Cena, Triple H, and all of these sports entertainers for years. And now I'm the bad guy because I dare to get on this camera and try to make it look what you guys look like by complaining about the other side of it. By complaining that just seeing guys like Cesaro and Sami Zayn and even Finn Balor just go out there and fake fight for no damn reason and saying that's not entertainment. But no, I'm the bad guy because I choose to voice the opinion of the actual masses of the mainstream. You guys can't handle that. I'm done. There's just no more point into it. You guys have ruined wrestling for me. And there's just no point in talking about it anymore. Just screw all of this.
You sure you want to do this?
I have to.
I've become my own worst enemy. Just doing nothing but ranting and complaining about something I used to love. I've got to go somewhere where I can remind myself of why I used to love it. And I'm not going to do that here just complaining online a bunch of videos that no one wants to watch anyway. You know, there were people out there that did enjoy your videos. What am I supposed to tell them? Maybe you could pick up the slack. You're a better reviewer than I could ever hope to be. And you know more about wrestling than you let on. Maybe if you do this, people will actually listen. Well, just know this. If you ever make your way back here, no matter when, no matter how, this place will always be open to you. Maybe someday. Stay a mark, my friend.
Been a very good month for me. The wrestling mark left town, my Labor Day crossover got delayed by a week, and oh yeah, I no longer have the TARDIS studio. That's because I forgot the little detail that the folks might actually need to use that vehicle once in a while. So one near stroke from Mom, followed by a day of me convincing her that it had to have just been some flashback from something she did in the 60s, and the next thing you know, that thing has to be a regular SUV again, and I'm back to doing reviews in my room. And that's still only the to deal with this month, behind reviewing the gym movie with the guys, and now this. God, this year sucked! I think this might be the worst year I've ever had to deal with.
Worse than when you got possessed by a merc demon?
Fine, but it was still some of the worst shows I've ever had to review.
Worse than when you had to review Alan Gregory?
Well, it still doesn't mean a lot of good happened this year.
You mean like finally getting a new place here in your old hometown?
Fine, alright, I get it! I know this year has not been easy for a lot of people to get through, but if in any way what I've done here with my videos has helped give you guys laughter or any way of being distracted from everything else that's going on in the world, then I hope you've all been able to enjoy it. And that's why I'm going to try my best to keep doing this, because if my purpose in life is to endure watching horrible TV shows and rant on them for the purpose of your entertainment, if that's my contribution to the world to try and give people some levity, then I'm more than happy to keep doing it as long as I'm able to. See you next year on TV Trash. Highlander is a stupid concept, but I've said plenty of times that stupid can still be entertaining. Heck, I'm sure all of you have been entertained by things that are far stupider. And this didn't happen on Spoonie's Highlander Watch because... Rowdy C of the Clan Moor, I've come for your head. Life on the internet is always full of excitement, isn't it? I have deduced that you are the greatest of them all, and once I take your quickening, I shall have the power to dominate all walks of life! Yeah, you can shut your pie hole right now. Look, whoever it is that sent you, or to be more accurate, created you, obviously did some very piss-poor research in trying to get me to think that you would be an immortal here to take my head. See, if I was an immortal and you were too, I would have sensed you coming in here. What I do know, however, is that since the electronic sensors I have built into this place didn't pick you up breaking into my home, I can therefore deduce that technically you do not exist. Which means that not only would I have no problem using this to its full capacity on you, but I actually have a better idea, and rather than using this, I'll just use this instead. Cecil, what's the status on the new security updates?
Everything should be up and running in a couple hours, assuming we don't black out half the Metroplex.
I've got Genie boosting the power. You just make sure all systems are go here.
You're kind of rushing us on this. We only moved into this place a few months ago.
Look, whatever that thing was that got in here, it shows we've gotten sloppy. It's been years since any force of evil attacked us. That's an eternity in the online world, so we should have expected something.
Do you think Stupidious's getting personal again?
I don't think so. Stupidiot may be incompetent as a mad scientist, but he is very genre savvy. He knew exactly where to hit me when he sprung those horrible shows on me 3 years ago. So I doubt he would have made such a blatant pop culture reference this time. No, there's something else out there, and we've got to be ready for it.
So we do all the dirty work while you sit around reviewing TV shows.
Hey, it's what I do. So, are we gonna have this production meeting or what?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On if our fearless leader's gonna actually pay attention.
Do you guys mind here? I've got to majorly build up more of my skills and we're gonna get to do this War of the Dorgisham quest. Why the heck do I need to be level 50 in fletching anyway?
You wanna come back to reality for a few? The views on your videos are way down. You have any idea why that is?
Well, I suppose there are quite a few people who are upset that I've never gotten around to reviewing The Flying Nun yet.
It's your Wrestling Mark videos! Every other week now you're putting up one of those terrible vlogs that no one's interested in! And you keep doing it because you can't get over the fact that your bro had a nervous breakdown and left town!
Maybe you're right. But it was like Rob and I were like brothers. No, it was like he was another side to my personality or something. We did a lot for one another. He got me into professional wrestling. I got him into 1960s television. It's like both of us really helped expand our horizons. And then the pressure of dealing with all of those grouchy IWC smarks got to him, and I don't know, every day I think about him and just hope that he's all right out there. Kind of feel like I have to try to carry on his legacy and do what he really wanted to do.
Well, maybe you should do a better job at it. Instead of one of your boring, terrible vlogs like you're trying to duplicate Spoonie or something, maybe you should go back to doing an actual review video on wrestling. You need to put out some better content if you're gonna shill your Patreon as bad as WWE shills their online network.
Huh, never expected to see you again. You've put on weight.
You're not exactly the poster child for Slim for Life yourself.
You've still got that charm of yours. How do you still have this job with that type of attitude?
Oh, you have no idea how many of our managers and supervisors think exactly the same as us. Remember, they promote up in our industry. One day, we're all gonna rise together as one coalition and wreak total vengeance on everyone who looks upon our industry with crap.
And when exactly is that gonna be again?
Well, we all pool 1% of our tips together into a slush fund. So, in about another 200 years, you people will all be sorry.
I'll prepare for the upcoming apocalypse. Sometimes I think these screenwriters actually show more fanboyism than internet critics.
What's the sitch, Cecil?
What?
Oh, great! Jeannie, come back here now! Ow! Ha! Alright, guys, Statue of Liberty play!
Huh?
Ha!
Well, those were definitely not Drex.
They barely put up a fight. It's like they were just goading us or something.
Something's going on. It's like we're being tested rather than being attacked. It's time. I need you.
Welcome to the Wrestling Mark Show, and...
Wait, this is supposed to be TV trash?
we're gonna have a production meeting when this thing is over.
I know, I just don't understand professional wrestling. I'm not a real wrestling fan. I'm just a troll to everyone else who really appreciates the great art of wrestling. Send in your flaming emails. Bring on anyone who wants to take me on this. Rowdy City, prepare to feel the ultimate power of the Warrior's Wrath!
Really? Ultimate Warrior? Aren't you supposed to be dead?
Death is only an illusion to the few of us. I have been summoned back from parts unknown. I have been bestowed with the mega powers of Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold and Subasina to become the Super Mega Ultra Zord Warrior!
Weren't you teaming up with the Guardian and Sephiroth to try and get Spoonie to help them destroy the world or something like that?
The Spoonie War is no longer relevant! I follow a new master now, and all those who do not bow to his presence will feel the ultimate power of my Gastruscosity!
Go write about your next comic book series. It's not exactly like you can hurt me from across this monitor.
Do not underestimate the warrior's power shooting from the walls of heartache! Say hello to my little friend!
Welcome to TV Trash. So yeah, things are a little crazy here right now. Again.
Why does this kind of stuff always happen on the internet?
We are currently looking for his whereabouts, but the show must go on, so just what type of show could the two of us possibly review?
Somehow I think the last review we did didn't go off so well.
Well, that didn't go well at all.
Face it, we are not internet reviewers.
Agreed, we've got to find him and get this whole mess straightened out.
And you're sure he was teleported? He wasn't vaporized?
Matter can't be created or destroyed. We found no trace of anything. It's gotta be like what happened 2 years ago. Keep scanning the multiverse for any trace of his biorhythms. He's out there somewhere. We're gonna find him.
What do we do about the show in the meantime? What if we can't find him by next week?
We're definitely gonna need some help there. So you see, we're currently doing everything we can to find his whereabouts. But in the meantime, the show must go on. And that's why we've come to you.
Why do I gotta do this shit? I already told you guys, I'm on my prolonged hiatus for the time being. Also, do you have a cold? You sound terrible.
You're one of those in the reviewer world that Rowdy trusts. And for that, we're sure that you know what needs to be done. Your help is going to be greatly appreciated. It makes me wish I actually had a double-barreled shotgun to really bust this movie with. But I suppose this will just have to do. That's one down, thousands to go.
Sir, I hate to interrupt you, but our sensors have picked up something. It appears that we are being scanned.
Who? From where?
Not from anywhere on this planet, I'm afraid. The signal appears to be interdimensional. Wait, it appears to be gone now. But I was able to figure out that a couple of life forms appeared to be watching us.
Was it some evil demonic force from a parallel dimension?
Actually, sir, they appeared to be cats.
We're currently doing everything we can to find his whereabouts. But in the meantime, the show must go on. And that's why we've come to you. You're one of those in the reviewer world that Rowdy trusts. And for that, we're sure that you know what needs to be done. Your help is going to be greatly appreciated.
Well, this seems serious.
Yeah, it does seem serious. I mean, this is a very important message that was sent to me, Duke CT, before anyone else was going to see it.
Yeah, Duke, that message was only just for you.
Did I detect a bit of sarcasm?
Focus, man. We need to do a review for Odyssey.com that fits his, whole TV trash gimmick.
Yeah, how about that? Playing video games actually taught us a lot about life. Who would have thunk it?
He's right, we can't give up either. We have to keep trying.
I know, but we don't know where else we could go to get up and try again now. We've scanned literally every dimension within our range, and none of these alternates are linked up to his biorhythms at all.
Well, that might be because,
I know, but that still begs the question. Where could he be?
Stupidity and Villainy LLC!
We could take over the Metroplex in a
matter of minutes if we could just get the gigantic ray of doom to stop overloading. And if we could get it to work on something other than vegetables. Boss, someone's trying to contact you through the interweb transmission system. If this is another one of those scam callers talking about student debt relief, you have 30 seconds to state your business before I blow you to smithereens. Hey, stupidiot. Make that 15. Look, you should know damn well that if we went to all this trouble to hack into your feed, we would be launching a strike on your place if we wanted to. We're here because we need your help. And I should be aiding my arch nemesis because you've certainly heard rumors that Rowdy is missing. We've been trying to determine who is behind this in addition to finding him. Trust me, if something could have found a way around our security systems, this is something big. Something that could be a threat to even you. The scanners have been picking up some weird energy readings lately. They almost remind me of... Okay, I'll help. On one condition. You have to give me something. What do you have in mind? I am Professor Hiram Stupidious, and let me tell you something. The life of a supervillain is not an easy one. Okay, I guess this isn't the worst video this site has put out, but we made a deal! Yeah, I'm an evil megalomaniac, but I do try to be a man of my word. We've exhausted pretty much all our options. We've scanned for his biorhythms in every outer dimension we can find, and we found no trace of him. One question. Yes? Did you scan for him here on this planet? Ha! How do you fuzzballs keep thwarting my plans time and time again? Well, these are less than ideal conditions, and I've camped out at Talladega. A tad cliché, I might admit, but adequate enough to get the point across. Well, you have me at a disadvantage. Here I am, an unwilling guest, and I don't even know who my host is. You are obviously in denial. Even though you have never seen my face, you should be able to sense what I am. You should sense the evil that once consumed you. The Merc? If that is indeed the identity you wish to call me as, it took me years after I crossed over into this dimension and was then purged from your body. But now I am on the verge of assuming full physical form, and with that, I shall soon be able to spread my influence across this entire universe. Already there are those who have come to my aid, such as another individual I believe you are familiar with. Hello, Ed. So, you're the Merc demon that possessed me. You know, I kind of figured you'd be different, you know, shorter, mustache, wearing a Prussian war helmet. I am an otherworld omnipotent being. Do you really think I would have to confine my form to that of a character in some ridiculous youth entertainment program? Surprised you know anything about Rainbow Bright, considering you effed up the references with all your other minions. I mean, really? The ultimate warrior with a gun? Whatever it took to ultimately find your location and bring you out into the open. You and your friends set me back severely in my desire to bring despair to this entire planet. Granted, I was still able to hurt both you and many of your colleagues all at once by corrupting those in charge of your big video server. Seriously? You're telling me you masterminded the Blipocalypse? But that never stopped my desire for vengeance on you in particular. You, who I thought would be the perfect vessel, but which I was expelled from thanks to the efforts of your friends. It took me years to sufficiently build up my power and track you down, and your constant relocation did not help matters. But fortunately, I was able to find the help of another of your humans here to ultimately locate you. Admittedly, sending the swordsman first and alone was not the best plan, as it tipped you off and allowed you to be prepared somewhat. As such, once I created my new soldiers, they could not breach your defenses, so they could only distract you, while one helped me patch into your telecommunications line. Once that was taken care of, using a facsimile of the wrestler to draw you in and capture you through that line was fairly simple. And now at last I have you, and the next phase of my plan can commence.
And you! We all knew that you were a douchebag, but seriously? Selling yourself out to an evil demon like this? He gets to spread despair all over the world, I get my revenge on all the mods that stiffed me on tips? I really don't see the negative side here!
Yes, I shall give him what he desires. Once I have assumed my full form, and shall be able to wreak my vengeance across the entire world. All shall fall into despair, not just one. But to do that, I must take the abilities you possess.
You need mass sarcasm to help you take over the world?
Do not play games with me. You have possessed a creature with phenomenal cosmic powers for years, and have completely squandered that.
Well, semi-phenomenal, nearly cosmic, and I don't possess her! Genie is a free being!
I shall deal with the issue of how to extract the powers from the Jinn. All you must do is turn her over to me.
And if I don't? Something tells me there's not much you can do to me personally if you had to summon an undead pro wrestler to abduct me through a computer monitor.
Maybe. But perhaps I could leave my accomplice to have his fun with you. He seems to have some creative ideas. And you should also think of who I just might go after next. Other friends and colleagues you know of who my servants may go after as well. My rise is inevitable, and your choice to suffer will merely delay it. You have 15 minutes to divulge that which I demand from you. I suggest you make good use of your time.
Well, something tells me this might be my last video. So you know what? No way am I gonna spend it reviewing something bad! So screw bad TV! We're gonna take a look at my favorite episode from one of my favorite TV shows ever. This is the Get Smart episode, The Little Black Book. Overall, Get Smart as a whole was just about being a ridiculous hoot in a ridiculous setting, and you know what? Maybe we need more of that in television today to escape the drudge of real-life society.
Your time is up! You will divulge the information on the Jinn to me at once!
You're wasting your time. I can't tell you anything.
You mean you won't and you will!
No, I mean I really can't.
And just why can't you?
Because that's not Rowdy, ass clown.
Think we've bought him enough time?
I'd say the cavalry should be coming in just about.
Viva la revolution! Revolution? Who's revolting?
No, not gonna go there.
Could use a little help here, guys!
Sorry we took so long.
Hopefully it wasn't too unbearable for you. I've been surrounded by CM Punk fans at a house show. This was downright peaceful by comparison. Though the real struggle was having to wear these all the time and keep talking in your voice, straight to my throat. What is this? Well, it's actually very simple, Mr. Murky. You're an idiot. Did you really think I was just gonna sit around and wait knowing that another evil force was finally coming after us? Admittedly, sending your piss-poor Highlander ripoff surprised me, and I had no idea who or what could have sent it. But then Mr. Pizza Guy tipped me off that you were recruiting him into his den of evil to help him get Genie from me. So that's when I began bumping up the security at home, knowing you would try something. And when you sent your rip-off putties, that's when I knew I was going to need more help. It's time. I need you. Once I explained what was going on, the Mark here was perfectly willing to finally come home, and we could set my plan in motion to use him as a decoy and take you by surprise. Unfortunately, we didn't find out in time that you bugged my landline, otherwise I might have been able to block it, so points for you getting the jump on me there. We lost contact with the pizza guy after that before he could tell us your location, so plan B was to keep the charade going and make it look like it was me you taken, hoping that the Mark and the pizza guy would buy us enough time to find you. Admittedly, it took longer than we hoped because we mistakenly thought you were in some other dimension and not set up shop right here on Earth. So yeah, I owe Stupidian here some thanks for steering us in the right direction and helping us figure out what it is you were. I refuse to run and hide from something like you ever again! If anyone is going to take over the Metroplex, it's going to be me! You made too many flaws in your plan, Mr. Merc Demon, or whatever the hell it is you are. You failed to understand that even the most vicious of arch-foes enemies could unify to stop the one force that could destroy them all. Your own arrogance and failure to comprehend humanity has left your plan in shambles. And you haven't even realized that this entire monologue has just been to distract you while the cats have been setting up bombs to blow this place to kingdom come. You wouldn't dare! I am omnipotent and cannot be destroyed by such easy methods! But there is no way you will be able to get out of here in time! You would only be destroying yourself and your friends in the process! Oh crap. You're right. Man, if only we had something like a magical being that had been told to blink us out of here 2 seconds before the bombs went off. What? Ciao, Bambino.
Bow, 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 bow.
Thanks for your help, Stupidian. I guess it's true, sometimes arch-nemeses can work together when it's absolutely necessary. These changes nothing, Rowdy! My dream of conquering the Metroplex will one day come to fruition! You and your precious band of ninja cats will one day bow to the will of Professor Hiram Stupidian! Ha ha! Oh, stupid trash, partner! Good, now I gotta take the train all the way back to Dallas! Curse you, Rowdy Steve, for living in Dallas County! You too, man. You know, you're not really the sociopath you make yourself out to be. Like I would really give someone a hot sauce enema because they complain they didn't get enough pepperoni. Yeah, I say a lot of vulgar things and make grandiose threats, but doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna carry them out. Some people gotta have a sense of humor, for criminy sake. You're just a big old softy underneath. Huh, you're right. Maybe I'm starting to mellow out a bit. Nah! Well, you can rest assured that so long as you deliver here, I'll always have good tips for you. Not for much longer. I'm thinking about getting a job where I can deliver stuff and they really won't have a problem with me being an asshole. Maybe with UPS. Welcome back, man. We were really worried about you. I needed the time to get my thoughts together, but
I'm glad I'm back. It was lonely out there, not knowing who my friends were, wondering if I'd ever see someone I could trust ever again. These are some pretty scary times, and at times like these, we have to know who our real friends are and stick by them. So you gonna take back your show? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if I'm ready yet to get back into your crazy reviewer world. But what about you? I mean, you just stopped an evil demon from trying to destroy the entire world. What do you internet reviewers do to celebrate something like that? I don't know. You want a marathon watch Star vs. the Forces of Evil? I'd go to a Saturday night's main event myself, but what the hey?